The House has passed a gun control package, sending it to Joe Biden's desk after McConnell and other Republicans defy Trump and vote for the bill. No, let me tell you, they did not defy Trump. They defied the will of their voter base.
Right.
Yes.
And I will not forget, Shelley Moore Capito in West Virginia, what you did, because you are a scumbag. I am rightly pissed off about this. Second most Trump supporting state in the country. And she's not up for re-election for 4 years. So she thinks she can get away with this, that she can spit on her constituents as if West Virginians want gun control.
Well, thank God for Missouri, because in Missouri we have the Second Amendment Preservation Act. And this is a law that was passed 2 years ago, signed by the governor, Mike Parson, that effectively punishes Missouri police officers and their institution, whichever one that they are a part of, with a $50,000 fine if Missouri police officers are to act in coordination with federal officers enforcing federal laws. If they are not against the law in Missouri. So if you're breaking Missouri law, then the police officers can participate. But in Missouri, if Joe Biden passes a gun control package and it's not in Missouri's law, then Missouri police officers are not allowed to participate.
And
the
we
feds
all-
still can, but
and
not Missouri police.
We also have from governor.nh.gov, HB 1178, signed into law, an act prohibiting the state from enforcing any federal statute, regulation, or presidential executive order that restricts or regulates the right of the people to keep and bear arms. So the state cannot. The feds can come in, but not the state.
So this is Missouri.
But
you
I
said?
mean, I don't
So
know how
basic-
relevant that is. Sorry, it's
Yeah,
because
that's
like
what
I
I'm
think
asking after you're done.
my understanding of the federal law is that it provides funding and support to states in implementing their own red flag laws. Am I mistaken?
Well, this
Yes.
is not
I'm
about
pretty
this is
sure
not about
that's
red
right.
flag laws.
Right.
This is about the NFA. This is about any restriction on any gun that's
fair
not
enough.
codified in New Hampshire.
It's not nullification, but it's something similar in a sense.
Right, like we won't. I mean, well, there's things like that happen in context outside of gun where the state's like we're not going to help the feds.
It's
sort of
commandeering.
like sanctuary, sort of like sanctuary state.
I mean, the
stuff.
feds can't force the state to spend their money and resources enforcing federal law.
Right, right, and that's what it would be.
So you're not stopping the feds from coming in, obviously, but if they do come in, your police officers are totally unable to help unless they want to.
If they want to perform a federal raid for bump stocks, then Missouri police officers are not allowed to participate. And the police don't like it. And it actually has put conservatives in Missouri in a really difficult position because typically they would de facto support police.
Yeah.
And so now police are, in a situation where they have to try and convince conservative lawmakers to try and repeal or gut a law that the lawmakers just passed overwhelmingly that was popular. And it's now a big campaign issue in Missouri. I don't know that New Hampshire's has any kind of an enforcement clause, but there's a current Senate candidate named Eric Greitens who's running in Missouri. He was governor there for a short time. He's now running again to be in the U.S. Senate. And he actually came on my program in Missouri and said that he supported the police, that this amounts to a defunding of the police. He was actually using leftist rhetoric, mom's demand rhetoric, going against the Second Amendment Preservation Act because of the $50,000 fine that goes to those police departments. Well, I guess it does amount to a de facto defunding of police. But because Missouri conservatives are more inclined to support gun rights than they are to support the police, it puts Republicans in a really difficult spot. And I think it's actually a beautiful thing to do. I hope more states copy us.
No, I hear you. And I just want to mention, if anyone had any illusions that the police will not enforce gun control laws or come take your guns because they're conservatives, this clearly demonstrates that they will.